And what is up, YouTube? We're back with another video. You know, I just want to start off by saying thank you. I know I feel like every video I say thank y'all for something, but I have to. We hit 500 subscribers like a couple of weeks ago, not long ago at all, and that is like a huge accomplishment. I swear I would always go into my YouTube app and see like 11 subscribers for like the longest time, and now we're at 500. It's just so surreal to me. But besides that, I do want to go ahead and thank Shine Armor as well, because on this beautiful day we can see the beautiful car here, and it is still super shiny and looking great with that graphene ceramic spray we used in the last video. But yeah, you can go down in the description, check that out, 20% off with the code. After all that being said, we do want to get into the topic for today's video, which I went down in the comments and I was reading. I could see a couple people asking about the exhaust setup, which I personally think sounds amazing, as you can see from the first few clips. Now, it's all personal preference, of course, but another great thing about mine is it was super cheap. I think the whole thing cost me under $600, from, you know, the catalytic converters to all that stuff being taken out and what I put in afterwards. It was under like 600 bucks, but we'll get into that with the little drive. So let's get started. Alright, so starting off with the setup, I'm sure y'all are curious to know, we got no cats on the vehicle, no catalytic converters at all. That is while we have a check engine light, and I have checked. That is the only reason we have a check engine light, thankfully. Basically, it's a code, I think it's like P something, and it says that the catalytic converters are inefficient, which makes sense because they're not even there. But that's here nor there. And we also have the stock H-pipe is actually still in the vehicle, so no catalytic converters, stock headers as well, stock H-pipe. We also got rid of the resonators, and then we have Roush Axle Backs. So far, you know, stock H-pipe, that came with the vehicle, of course. Catalytic converter removal, that was like, I mean, that could range from anywhere from free to, if you get somebody to weld it for you, about 100 bucks. And then the resonator delete also kind of was included in the CAD delete. That was like about 100 bucks total with the CAD delete. And then the mufflers. So normally Roush Axle Backs can range from like $500 to $700. I was lucky enough to find them used off of a wrecked Mustang, which I'll pop up here, and I got them for about $450. So I was pretty lucky with that. I guess I'm gonna go this way. But yeah, I was pretty lucky with that, and I think they sound really great. You really can't beat it for the price. I mean, 450 bucks, you're getting stainless mufflers that are never gonna rust or anything like that. I'm gonna whip a U-turn right now. Now, I will say, you know, it's personal preference if you like them or not. I personally love the setup so far. I'm very happy that I did go catless after. I know people are pretty scared. And yeah, the engine light might be annoying for some. I don't really think it's a big deal. It just lets me know that the engine is still there. So, you know, it's like, you know, obviously. Of course, you smell a little bit of the fumes now with the gas. I like the smell, personally. I know that's kind of weird. I don't like huff gas or anything like some people, but yeah, it just reminds me of like a boat day. Like when you crank up boats, usually you smell that gas from the boat engines and stuff. It kind of reminds me of that, and I like that. You know, it reminds me of days on the lake with my dad and stuff like that. So not a huge deal to me. Drone wise, so before I got the Roush Axle Backs, I had some pretty busted up Flowmasters. I made a review, I made a video installing the Roush Axle Backs and getting rid of those blown out Flowmasters that came with the car, and those were okay until they blown out, and then the drone was pretty awful. So that's why I picked up the Roush Axle Backs. And yeah, they are super loud when you get on it, of course, but overall, I mean, when you're cruising 60, 70, the drone is not bad at all. I could easily talk to whoever's in the cabin or listen to music. Like, I usually keep my music, if y'all could see that, about halfway, about a little less than halfway actually, and I could hear it fine. You know, it's plenty loud enough for me. And yeah, you know, the drone isn't disruptive at all. Now, if you're like really, I guess, you want like that OEM plus, like, oh, I just want a little bit of noise, I definitely wouldn't recommend going catless. But I'm gonna scoot by here, in this turning lane. But it's overall, it's not bad. I like it, I really do. I do also want to mention the H-pipe, why I stuck with the stock H-pipe. For one, it's cheaper to pick up an aftermarket H-pipe or an aftermarket X-pipe like most people do. That's like $300 to $400 just for the pipe, not getting it welded on or anything. And then also, I wanted to go with the H because I watched probably hundreds of videos with H versus X, and H just sounds like a way more classical tone, like the classic old Mustangs, is a bit deeper, more throatier, while the X pipes just sound like cats giving birth. Like, they're just so raspy. I don't think I can really handle how raspy those are. I don't think they sound bad per se. I mean, some people definitely do think they sound bad. Like, the 5.0 engine in itself is just a high revving. It's gonna be a bit more raspy pitch, not like, you know, a Challenger or a Camaro, so the big 6-liter V8s that are gonna be deeper, obviously. But the H-pipe definitely tones it down a bit, where it's more just like a classical tone, where it's, you know, more that roar, not rasp, which I like a lot. And also, it came with the car, it's free, the H-pipe, so I can't really imagine spending $300 or $400 on a freaking pipe that's 3 foot long. Alright, y'all, overall, that's pretty much my thoughts on the exhaust. Let me know what y'all think. Maybe leave y'all's in the comments if y'all also have a Mustang. I know a lot of my followers have this exact car from the comments. They're like, I just bought a gray S197. And so that is awesome when I hear that. And the community is kind of growing a bit. So that's really cool. I will mention, I'm thinking about kind of moving the content towards working out, kind of lifestyle vlogs. I think that's super cool. And it'll, you know, give a bit of variety to the channel other than just the Mustang stuff, which I'm definitely not going to stop that anytime soon. I think it'll be a bit of this and the workout and lifestyle type videos as well, kind of mixed in, because we're all about choices over here. That's why the name Brett's Choice, about making the right decisions, growing together, just to achieve our own goals and get closer to God up there, of course. But yeah, that pretty much wraps up today's video. Let me know what you guys think. If you have any questions, leave them down below. I will get to your comment, no doubt. But I'll see y'all next time. Baby revs, little baby one. This is extremely loud in here. Yeah, no, that's way too much. We gotta get out of here. We gotta leave.